In the ever-evolving world of motorcycling, the middleweight naked segment stands out as a perfect blend of performance, versatility, and style. These bikes, typically ranging from 600 to 800 cc, cater to a diverse audience, from novice riders seeking their first big bike to seasoned enthusiasts craving a spirited ride without the confines of fairings. With an emphasis on user-friendly handling and robust power delivery, middleweight nakeds have transformed into some of the most exciting offerings on the market. From the iconic Honda CB750 Hornet to the thrilling KTM 790 Duke, each motorcycle on this list promises not only to turn heads, but also to deliver an unforgettable riding experience. In today's video, we'll talk about the top 10 best middleweight naked motorcycles. Number 10. Honda CB650R. Even though the more agile and recent Honda CB750 Hornet seems to have replaced the Honda CB650R, the former is still a good option for those who value distinction in their motorcycle. The 649cc engine delivers an enticingly distinct character to its rivals here, and the Neo Sports Cafe style continues to draw attention as the only inline four-cylinder naked in the middleweight class. The CB650R's chassis comes to life when you drive it through the countryside. Its Showa separate function big piston fork and balance-free rear shock offer a lively yet smooth ride. On the downside, the debut of the aggressively priced Hornet, 7,300 pounds, casts even more negative light on its cousin, who was already sporting a pretty ambitious price tag, beginning at 7,800 pounds in comparison to its competitors. However, in 2024, you can purchase a CB650R with Honda's revolutionary e-clutch technology for the same 7,800 pounds as well. In light of this, save your money and get the newer Honda Twin unless you're truly convinced on those looks in comparison to the dowdier Hornet. Number 9. Honda CB750 Hornet. Although its appearance may not suggest it, the Honda CB750 Hornet is among the most important new motorcycles the Japanese giant has introduced in recent memory. Honda has obviously done its research with the CB750 Hornet, a motorcycle that lays the groundwork for a wide variety of models that will ride on its new twin-cylinder middleweight chassis. With just 190 kilograms of machinery under your feet and an entirely new frame that was created with the specific goal of minimizing weight, the Hornet feels agile and quick, making city travels easy. With its powerful new 755cc parallel twin engine that generates a substantial 91 brake horsepower, it's also not overpowered on the open road. When pushing on, it helps to maintain a nice cadence, although the overly eager ABS and snatchy throttle at low speeds irritate. But what really makes the Hornet stand out from its targeted competitors is its surprisingly good value for money, which is made possible by Honda's decision to price it lower in order to avoid competing with the CB650R. For the reason, the Hornet provides more power and abundant equipment at a price that comfortably undercuts the Trident 660, MT07, and GSX8S, all of which cost £7,000. Number 8. Suzuki GSX8S. The Suzuki GSX8S, the eagerly sought and very long-awaited replacement for the legendary SV650, is not only a noteworthy addition to the mid-size naked market, but it's also a momentous occasion for Suzuki. As Suzuki enters a new era, the GSX8S must not only outperform its competitors, but also live up to the high standards set by its adored predecessor. Because of this, it is evident that Suzuki spent a lot of time perfecting the finer points of the new GSX8S, and the end product is a well-made vehicle that manages to add some novelty to the company's lineup. The craftsmanship and workmanship are excellent, and although the simple if fussy design won't appeal to everyone, it makes a statement in this instance. Its core is a brand new 82 brake horsepower 776cc parallel twin engine. The Hornet may have more horsepower, but the GSX8S is more usable in the mid-range thanks to Suzuki's new advanced electronics package, which improves the riding experience by striking a good mix between sophistication and pleasure. However, Suzuki's attempts to place the GSX8S in the midsize and upper-mid naked classes have left it somewhat uncomfortably positioned. It isn't quite as elegant or enjoyable as a Triumph Street Triple 765 or a Triumph Trident 660. This is also evident in the £8,000 that contradicts Suzuki's reputation for value. Number 7. Aprilia Tono 660. Even though the Aprilia Tuono 660 differentiates itself from competitors by targeting a different market segment, that of seasoned track day enthusiasts rather than rookie commuters, if you can afford the higher price tag, it's still a good mid-size naked to take into consideration. The Tuono 660, which comes in both standard and refined factory trim, is well worth the admittedly substantial £9,000 premium. You get a motorcycle that feels surprisingly similar to the Tuono V4, and it's an irresistibly enjoyable plaything on the open road and the racetrack thanks to its superb 659cc parallel twin engine, lightweight, and sophisticated electronics package. It's the greatest motorcycle here, hands down, and nothing makes you smile quite like it does, but it can't be our winner since it's still a VIP purchase in a category that revolves around Bob Everyman. Number 6. KTM 790 Duke. With the help of CF Moto, KTM's industrial partner, the KTM 790 Duke was reintroduced in 2023 and is now positioned in the middle of the company's naked lineup. The 890 has been replaced by the new 2024 KTM 990 Duke, which makes room for the 790, which is positioned below the 390 and 125 Dukes. At least outwardly, the aggressive nature of the KTM Dukes is what makes them all unique. With its characteristic angular looks and raw engine sound from its 799cc twin-cylinder CF Moto engine, the 790 lives up to that reputation. You could argue that the 790's WP suspension's lack of adjustability is a disadvantage, and for some people it will be, providing both a smooth ride and enjoyable handling. Aside from traction control and IMU-controlled cornering anti-lock brakes, the electronics also have a selectable Supermoto mode that turns off the rear ABS while leaving the front one engaged. Furthermore, the new generation 790's quick shifter is more compliant, and CFF Moto's cooperation on this model helps to keep the price at a reasonable £8,000. Number 5. Moto Marini St Str. The new Moto Marini St may be hard to pronounce, but for those looking for a new mid-size motorcycle on a budget, it makes a lot of sense. The St, which derives its name from the Italian word for 6.5, is available in two tasteful but discreet varieties, the STR or Street and the SCR or Scrambler. With the exception of a few small visual and physical changes, both are almost the same. However, the St appears more alluring on paper because to its shockingly high-end equipment, which includes an aluminum swing arm, Pirelli rubber, adjustable Kayaba suspension, and Brembo brakes with Bosch ABS. Even though the 61 horsepower feels a little underpowered and the handling won't blow you away, these compromises are definitely worth making in order to have such a well-equipped motorbike for only £6,000. Number 4. Triumph Trident 660. Triumph has made an effort to target the intermediate market of younger and more experienced riders with the Triumph Trident 660, which offers the unique, sporty premium characteristics of the Hinckley brand at a more reasonable price. With its legendary triple-cylinder engine architecture reconfigured into a 660cc capacity, the Trident 660 has a certain bubbly charm on the road that sets it apart from other motorcycles in its class. Although the Trident 660 is the entry-level model in Triumph's lineup, it nevertheless gets its fair share of high-quality parts from long-standing partners Showa and Nissan, which makes it feel confident and eager on the road, almost like a more laid-back, less scary version of the Street Twin. A little under £7,900 is a significant sum of money to spend on a so-called starter bike, but it's still an alluring option for novice riders hoping to look good. Compared to its competitors here, the Triumph Trident 660 is quick, stylish, and full of excellent attention to detail, which will make you feel even more unique when you throw a leg over it. Because of this, the Triumph Trident 660 continues to be the greatest mid-size naked motorcycle available for purchase. Number 3. Yamaha MT07. In 2021, Yamaha's MT07, the middle child of their Masters of Torque lineup, underwent a significant overhaul that included numerous internal improvements as well as conversation-starting new styling. Sales-wise, the MT07 has remained the model to beat for competitors, and it's easy to see why. It's fun to ride, well-equipped, and boasts Yamaha's renowned engineering quality. Though the MT07's once default choice position is depressing, there is still little to complain with it, despite its polarizing design approach. It strikes for the middle in terms of power and handling in what is now a very competitive sector. Number 2. Kawasaki Z650. Even if an update for the Kawasaki Z650 is probably due in the next year or so, it's definitely worth taking a closer look at this incredibly exciting naked. Although its power may not be as impressive as that of some of the rivals, its rideability and distinctive Kawasaki Sugomi style more than make up for it. A 649cc 8-valve engine that generates 67 horsepower at 8,000 revolutions per minute provides the power. Its traditional 180-degree crank design gives it an old-school character that sets it apart from many other motors on our list. It's a punchy motor. However, the engine's performance is very contemporary, and it really shines on a winding B road. It is supported by a suspension system that may appear inexpensive, but the configuration is perfect for spirit road riding. Excellent comfort is also provided by the shaped fuel tank and seat, which seem to embrace you while you ride. Number 1. Suzuki SV650. Like Stonehenge, the Suzuki SV650 is instantly recognizable and hasn't altered in what feels like millennia. Even if it sounds insulting, Suzuki is intentionally holding the venerable SV650 on the market longer, despite the introduction of the GSX8S, which is essentially its replacement. This is because the SV650 is just so good. The Trident True 650cc V-twin, which is becoming harder to get in this market, is still a delight, and with the correct handling and minor modifications, the chassis can keep up with a 1000cc bike on a track day in the UK. Conversely, the SV650 continues to be the preferred motorbike for many UK motorcycle training facilities due to its consistent handling in stock form, which makes it a great choice for novice and experienced riders. Yes, it feels older than some of the other options in the class, but the SV650 manages to maintain its likability despite the competition with its refreshingly straightforward and no-nonsense approach. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comment down below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for new upcoming videos of motorcycles. Thanks for watching.